Hey, what's up, guys? So welcome back to another video. I'm going to do a 3 or more part series on the character Homelander, which he's from the comic book series The Boys, in where he plays this Superman, superhero type of character. Um, and to the people of that world, he is like Superman. But behind closed doors, he does a lot of evil stuff. He's a very interesting character. He's a very unpredictable character. When he's on the screen, you can't keep your eyes off of him because he's so entertaining. But I want to do an analysis on why men love this character. Why a lot of people relate to this character, especially men today, especially men that don't participate in dating and stuff like that and aren't happy with the current culture. This video reaction falls under the community guidelines of YouTube because I'm doing a reaction and I'm altering the video. And I'm not, and I gave credit to the original people, which is Amazon Prime and Anthony Starr and The Boys, and the guy who compilated all these clips. I'll put his video in the description below. So yeah, let's get to it, guys.
There he is! Bro, come here. Oh, hey, it's great to see you. Ridiculous. I should never go before you.
So we all got that guy at work that we got to pretend that we're friends with. We all got people at work that we got to pretend that we get along with them. And especially a lot of us in the corporate world that have to work in corporate America, you have to go into work and you got to just, everything's peachy clean. And when I get along, when I like all of you, when in reality, you probably don't, right? But you got to sit there and you got to pretend. And it is emotions like this in where many men relate to this character and why we like this character. And yes, he is a villain, and yes, he is evil, and yes, he does a lot of horrible things. Okay, but he does have a lot of relatable uh, parts about him. And also, the reason why he's such a messed up guy is because of his upbringing and his background, right? So he comes from a messed up background in where he grew up in a lab and he was abused by these corporate doctors and these corporate people, right? So a lot of men feel today the same way, as in you are a byproduct of the culture you grew up in, of the society that you're in. You no longer identify with it, you no longer agree with it. So, yeah, let's keep watching.
Obviously, I'm a nobody compared to you. Right here, I'm sorry. Go on, please.
So how many times in our lives have we not felt that we wanted to do that to a woman we're dating, or your sister or your mother? Because women, they have this thing where, they think they could just talk to you any type of way, especially the longer they've known you. They think that I could just start talking to him any type of way. I could start disrespecting him. And as a man, you have to literally just sit there and take it. The only way you can discipline women is removing your attention, and that's it. If you try to discipline them in any other way, uh, domestic violence or whatever, or sue you for emotional abuse or financial abuse or something like that. So, as a man, you have to literally just sit there and take it. And the only way you can discipline women is removing your attention. And then after that, it's not much you can do. And how many times haven't we felt like doing something like this? But don't, because you'll go to jail.
Go ahead. Release it. Let's light this candle, huh? I mean, sure, I'll lose everything, but then I'll have nothing to lose.
Oh, fuck. God, why is this happening to me?
So in this world, he does a lot of bad stuff, right? And you think of it like, what is the point? Now, you should be a good person. Don't do anything illegal. Don't do anything bad. But what is the point of being a good guy, right? So let's look at what is a good guy in our world, not in this imaginary world. In our world, what is a good guy? A good guy is, you go to school, you get good grades, you let's just say you join the military. Then after that, you serve your country. Then you do from 18 to what 22. You're in the military. Then you get out. You go to college from 22 to 26. You're in college. After that, you meet a woman in college. You marry her, and you start having kids. And then you get a corporate job. And after that, you buy a house. And after that, with your woman that you met in college, you have a few kids, and that's what being a good guy is. That's what being like a Superman type of character is, right? So more men today can't relate to Superman. We can't relate to being a good guy because being a good guy gets you nothing, right? So you go to school, you get good grades, you join the military for what? A country that no longer represents you, a country that promotes minorities and women and people with alternate sexual lifestyles, and puts you in debt and has a class of people in control that don't care about you. You no longer feel this brotherly connection with your neighbor. You're being flooded with diversity and stuff like that. Uh, so serve your country. Your country basically hates you. Well, the people who run it basically hate you. And then you go to college to get into a whole bunch of debt, and it's not even guaranteed that you're going to get a job. And look, I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm not saying don't be in the military. You find what's best for you. However, get into a whole bunch of debt. It's not even guaranteed that you're going to get a job, right? And now you owe hundreds of thousands of dollars. You, if you meet a woman, the possibility that she's going to have her V card, VIRGIN, right? Is like, throw that out of the window. That's non-existent. Okay, so you're gonna marry someone who's had their fun, been around the block, right? That's what you're gonna marry today. So what is the point of being a good guy? What is the point of being a good guy? Because being a good guy gets you nothing, right? Maybe back in the day, the 1950s, you serve your country and you go to college and you marry a great woman that you meet at school and stuff like that. And yeah, maybe it's possible. Not today. Today, and look, I'm not saying be an evil guy that goes around killing people, but however, more and more men are finding an alternate way of living that isn't the conventional find a wife and get married and and get into a whole bunch of debt and buy a house and and all that stuff. So
It's not fair. It's so fucking unfair.
Okay, I'll handle this. I'm gonna find him and kill him. Keep going. Not afraid to what?
You're not afraid to be yourself.
They want me to be myself? You give and you give. You give your whole fucking life. What happens? People just tear you down. What's your name?
yep, in today's culture, you think you're doing the right thing by being a good guy and serving your country when actually you're serving BANKERS. You're not serving your country. Even if you were serving your country, your neighbor doesn't look like you, right? So you give and you give and you give, and even in relationships, you give, you give, you give. And what do you get hit with? I'm not happy anymore. We need time. Okay, you don't take me out enough, right? I'm getting a divorce and I'm taking all your stuff and I'm taking your kids and I'm moving away. That's what you get. That's what you get for being a good guy. This is why a lot of men relate to Homelander. And this is why this character is very popular, especially among men, among single men, you know, um, that don't have a wife, don't have a family, can't really feel love for their country because of the direction that the politicians and the direction that the country's going. I really got to be careful with what I say. Don't want to get too want to say PG in a sense, and want to make sure I follow the YouTube rules, right? So let's keep watching.
Maureen?
Just something you want to get off your chest, Maureen.
Sorry, sir?
Do you think you know better than me? I don't know, maybe you think you should be sitting in my chair and I should be sitting all the way down there in yours. Don't look at you too. I'm kidding. Come on, lighten up. I'm joking.
Yeah, I've had that happen. In the corporate world, you will have this feeling of equality, like women can just talk to you, personally myself, 185 pounds, 6'1", broad shoulders. These videos don't really because they're too close up. But anyways, and you got this little munchkin of a woman just thinking that they could talk to you any type of way, and that like we're equal or whatever. And it's something that you just got to suck it up. You got to sit there and you got to pretend. You got to pretend. You got to sit there and suck it up and pretend.
But we gotta go. Running late. Hey, come here for a sec. Is your idiot brain getting fucked by stupid? It's not rhetorical. Answer me. Could you watch your fucking tone, please?
Okay, so this milk thing comes from the fact that he was raised in a lab and never had a mother, and and he yearns to have a mother and stuff like that. That's where this stuff comes in, this milk stuff. What can I say about that? I think a lot of men, they get into the dating market and they're looking for mommy's love. They're looking for a woman to love them like their mommy. No. That's impossible. That's not gonna happen. Stop thinking like that. Women that you date will never love you like your mommy. Okay, so get rid of that idea out of your mind. Get that idea out of your mind. This searching for a mother figure in your life, it's pathetic, and a lot of guys do that. And even him himself, in the show, you can see that he's yearning for this mother figure. He's yearning for a woman to tell him he's a sweet, good boy and stuff like that. And it's pathetic. And a lot of guys are doing this. Maybe early on, when I was 22 or something like that, I was probably dating women thinking they're going to love me like my mommy. Yeah. No. Gotta be careful with this music, man. Jeez. Come on. Alter the music. No music. Gotta be careful with this music stuff.
Skip breakfast, did we?
Nope. She's in pain. Great.
Taking more crap in the corporate world.
About today?
Yep, we've all been there, taking crap in the corporate world.
It's my birthday, silly.
That's his girlfriend who got into a really bad accident.
Okay, just blink if you want to wish me a happy birthday. You know what, Chelsea? I think you should jump. You don't want to? Why don't you show a little follow through, Chelsea? Jump.
Please, I just want to get
I'm not
down.
suggesting anymore. Jump. I have an idea. Why don't you lighten the fuck up?
How many times have you noticed that being chivalrous doesn't get you anywhere with women? Being a sweetie pie, being good, and doing things for them, it gets you nowhere. Now, I'm not saying go around being this nihilistic jerk who's like has a chip on his shoulder and stuff like that, but the good old days of being super chivalrous, you got to cut that out. And that's what I see there. He doesn't care about that woman, and it's sad to say, but today you can't care too much. Can't be too caring. You're too caring, and that will get you that will get you obliterated in the dating market. I was almost going to curse there, but I didn't.
You want to watch me have a wank? We'll cost you a tenner.
May I come in? When we were kids, alone in the bedroom, I got us through it, right? Don't I always? Always. No matter what. No matter what. And now, I'll get us through this. Just as long as you and me stick together. You know,
How
I'm
many
just
times haven't you felt worried, haven't felt like you're not good enough, haven't felt like you're not doing enough? You look at these guys on social media, they got Ferraris. You're looking at these relationships on social media, everybody looks so happy and you're like, oh, well, how come I don't have that? And you're doubting yourself, and you're thinking that maybe you're not good enough, thinking that what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you, man. It's just today's culture. It's internet, dating apps, stuff like that. The entitlement, the media, propping women up, putting men down. And you guys all know about that whole thing, like women are chasing the top like 5% of guys now. If you're not like rich and good looking and you don't have like a freaking Lambo, basically you're garbage to women, right? So we've all felt that way. We've all felt that way where we're doubting ourselves, where we're talking to ourselves in a bad way. Or you text a woman, you're like, man, what did I do, man? She ghosted me. She never texts me back. Like, what did I do? How come she's not replying to me and stuff like that? So very relatable.
walking around like a frightened schoolgirl, apologizing when I've done nothing wrong. Honestly, I have to put up with these fucking people.
I know I felt like. I know I felt like that many times, where you go outside and you have to pretend. You're pretending. You have to pretend. You have to put this face on like everything's all peachy dandy and everything's awesome, and it's actually not awesome. You go to the supermarket, you go to the mall, you go to Walmart. Everyone is big. Everyone is body positive. You go outside, there's all this diversity, there's all these different cultures, different people. Can't relate to anyone. There's you go to some parts of town, there's garbage everywhere, garbage in the streets, and you gotta just pretend. You gotta sit there and pretend and not say or think anything racist or anything homophobic or anything sexist or anything xenophobic. Don't have those thoughts, right? They tell you, though, those thoughts are bad. That's bad. Don't think like that, right? And you have to go outside, you have to go into the corporate world, you have to go to the gym, you have to go to the mall, go to the supermarket, and pretend while you see your country in decline, your culture in decline, while you see that the way things are going, the women are masculine, the men are feminine, right?
Yeah, well, I am riled up. I am. I am sick and tired of the lies. What's she like? She a good fuck? Just stay there and rest those useless fucking legs. Want them to love me. Only it never seems to work out, does it? I'm kidding. You really need to lighten up, guys. I see you got the extra whipped cream in there, huh?
How many times haven't you felt like, you go somewhere and you're dealing with a DUMB cashier or service worker and you just want to say what's on your mind and you can't? And you got to just pretend to be the good guy because you don't want to cause a scene and you don't want to be a negative person. You don't want to be racist or anything like that. You don't want to be homophobic or whatever. And you just want to say what's on your mind. Right? I know sometimes I go around people who are married and I go around relationships, and obviously I don't say something like, what's your wife like or anything like that. But I do have thoughts. Like, for example, sometimes I hear the wife call the husband. She doesn't even call him babe or anything like that. Let's just say his name is Jeff. Jeff, come here. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, she doesn't even call him honey. She doesn't even call him babe. Talks to him in this dismissive way and this like, oh, can't believe I'm still with this loser. She talks to him in that type of tone. And I want to say something, but I just let me sit there and pretend.
Yummers. Guess you wanted to cram in as much fat fuck as possible, huh? Oh God. The only man in the sky is me. You think I haven't seen you? Shoving back 24 cupcakes in the break room.
I remember I went through an atheist phase where it was like, oh, that's all magical BS and stuff like that. But belief in God and following the Bible, Catholic specifically, and I have some respect for Muslims and other. There's one that I don't really like too much. Starts with a J, but we're gonna keep it there. But I respect other religions and stuff like that. But no, the one true religion, one true God, is the Father of Christ. Is Jesus? Is the Catholic religion, the Catholic Bible? Anyway, so I went through an atheist phase, and I remember feeling this way. I remember feeling like, FGOD and stuff like that. So definitely relatable.
9 servings of Miro's truffle risotto night? But now you're just eating your feelings. What a fucking joke. I show people the real me, and they love me for it. I mean, they fucking love me. If only I had known that sooner. There's always been so many things I want to do, and now I can do them all, finally. No one can stop me. Nobody. Free at last. Free at last.
Yep.
So why?
I felt like that many, many times. You go to the movies, they're changing Star Wars, they're changing Superman, they're changing Iron Man, they're changing all the beloved characters that you grew up watching, they're changing them. making them a different race, making them a different sexual orientation, and you sit there and you watch this CRAP, and I felt just like that.
I don't know. It's because deep down there's a part of you that is still human. No. Part of you is a dirty, shriveled, anemic little part of you that still mewls for approval and love and a mommy and a daddy and boo woo woo. We gotta cut that part of you out like a cancer. And then, well then, my boy, you can finally be who you were always meant to be. Pure, clean, like marble. Little respect, Stan. Something you should have given me. What?
I felt like that many times where, why are things this way? Why is the dating market this way? Why is the culture this way? Why do we live in a godless, culture? Why do we live in a godless society? Why do we live in an FAT country? Why do we live in an FAT society? Why is everyone, diversity and GAY and all that stuff? And it's just like, and I've thought many times like, well, it's not this girl, and it's, I just got to find a new one and stuff like that. And, I had to come to a point in my life where I had to cut that part out, that yearning for female approval and yearning for dating and love and all that stuff. And I'm fine with it now. Maybe 6 years ago, I had red pill rage and couldn't believe the things that I was hearing and seeing. And women are doing what? They're flying to Miami and doing what? They're flying to Dubai and doing what? Chelsea from down the street slept with how many guys? What? Like, so I know I had to cut that part out that cared about all that stuff. I really, as long as I myself am doing the right thing in life, and I myself am content with my goals and the direction my life is moving, and I am a useful, self-sufficient person that's a productive member of society, I don't care about any of that.
What would that do? Where would it even go? But to the bottomless, gaping pit of insecurity you call a soul.
It's true. It's true. You lied to me my whole life. You just don't get it, do you? I mean, you have no fucking grasp of the situation you're in at all, right? I'm gonna break it down one more time, and I'm gonna make it crystal clear so that even you can understand it, okay? Truly, you're not even pathetic. You're just nothing. Don't need a fucking master race. I'm the master race. That's the point.
So, how many times have you been in a relationship and you're with a bird brain woman, and you're just like, and I've had that happen, and especially with women that speak a different language, and English is her second language. Many times I crack jokes and they go right over her head. Many times I make comparisons and similes and metaphors, and I use idioms, and they go right over her head, and it's just like, she doesn't get it, right?
That's the whole point.
Here's the thing. I'm not scared of you anymore. I'm not. I see who you are. I see how small you are. I saw it.
Yeah, we all get that type of disrespect from women. This is why this character is so relatable. And you doubt yourself and you think you're not enough. Betrayal from best friends. I've been there. Friends who
Eventually,
are
probably soon,
SIMPS.
the world will recognize you for the pitiful disappointment you are.
Or maybe you're just a paranoid, malignant narcissist.
So how many times have people that are superiors or elders to you, you know, I'm pretty sure they haven't said those words of, you're you're a piece of crap, but they've said, why aren't you married yet? Why aren't you married? Why, what, you haven't found a special one yet? Or what's going on? What's wrong with you? Or stuff like that. And they make you feel just like that.
Who thinks everything is about you.
It's not paranoia if they're really out to get you, though. And you're out to get me, aren't you?
If I'd raised you, I could have made you better.
Yeah, so many times you talk about how we're in a culture, we're in a society that demonizes straight, white, Christian males. Men in general, but the number one that they demonize the most is the straight, white, Christian male, right? And you say something and they make it seem like you're crazy. And so you heard there, Homelander says, it's not paranoia if they're actually after you. So you share your concerns about the way the country's going, you share your concerns about things, and they make you think like you're the crazy one.
And not some weak, sniveling pussy starved for attention. But there's no fixing that now. Weak? You. I know. You're a fucking disappointment.
They told me I was gonna get my very...
How many times have you heard from boomers, these kids these days are lazy? Back in my day, by 20 years old, I had a house, I had 3 investments, I had a great factory job that was able to afford my wife and all my kids and blah blah. And it's like, you boomer, retard. Oh, this is so hard. This is so hard censoring oneself. How many times have boomers treated you just like that? How many times have boomers treated you like, oh, you kids these days don't know what it was like in my day? Yeah, but back in your day, one salary was enough to buy a house and a car and afford that your wife doesn't work. And also your wife was most likely not ran through, and she was most likely religious. I'm pretty sure people back then had their problems too, but they say it like it's easy and how come you can't do it? Yeah, super easy after they've inflated the dollar to damn near it's worthless.
Your own team. I wanted so badly for that team to be the family that I never got. And then I got you. I was worth more than all of you put together. You're not my family. I don't need any of you. Remember that.
You are not a god. You are simply...
Obviously, you shouldn't treat people that way, but I have been in work teams. I have been in jobs where I am surrounded by incompetent fools, and I felt exactly like that. But you shouldn't be a rude jerk to people like that. But you can relate, though.
bad product.
I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better. I'm not some weak-kneed fucking crybaby that goes around fucking apologizing all the time.
From the start, I hated you. But what's more, I fucking pitied you.
Yeah.
Find your own way home. I'm done.
I can count many times where, a woman's trying to take it to the next level of marriage and stuff, which to me she didn't qualify. And you say, look, no, I don't want to take it any further. Uh, the reason may be different. Could be she has tattoos. I don't want to marry someone with tattoos. I don't want to marry anyone, even if I find the perfect woman. But at the time, I'd consider it. Maybe a few years ago, I'd consider it. I remember this one girl had tattoos, and I was like, "Look, you're cool. You're great. You're awesome, but you have tattoos, and I don't want to be with someone. I don't want to be with some. I want to be married to a woman that has tattoos. I like someone more traditional and stuff. I was like, but you're super cool, and I like you. And she told me, like, F you, you're a piece of crap, all that stuff, just like that. Girl.
I am done apologizing. I am done being persecuted for my strength. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero. I'm the real hero.
Yep, that reminds me of being surrounded by people that still believe in the political system. They still believe in the Democrats and the Republicans. And I'm telling them, like, dude, no, it's WWE wrestling. I'm telling you. There's a puppet master pulling the strings, and they just don't get it. And they think that by having the policies like immigration is fine, it just got to be legal, right? Just legal. And it's like, no, I don't believe in that. Immigration needs to go to zero, none. But in their eyes, I'm a villain, right? Because I believe that. But I feel just like that. Like, you're not a hero. I'm the real hero, right? I'm the real patriot here. But anyways, yeah, guys, I will make like part 2, part 3 of this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And is Homelander crazy, or is he relatable? Can you feel the character? Can you see why the character is so beloved? Anyways, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one, and I'm out.